Hey everyone, it's Miss Taurean and welcome back to my channel. We're just gonna get right into this, right? I am awake and alert, and as such, I just felt like getting this out of the way because I'm supposed to go to sleep to work tomorrow, and the sleep not really coming. My mind is just churning about things I haven't done as I was supposed to do and things that I've done I'm happy to get out the way, and more things. It's just going up, it's just going. Right? So I just decided that I wanted to kind of show you guys some of the stuff that I bought to do lessons with my kiddo, right? My child, if you've been paying attention to some of my videos, my child is 5 years old, and look at move it, move. My human child is 5 years old, and this one met the camera out of focus. Look what you did. What did you do? What did she? There we go. What are you saying? It's bedtime? Huh? This one is too. Getting on too soon. Go back to bed. So I just wanted to show you some stuff that I purchased to assist with teaching my child virtually. It's been going pretty well, and the fact that I've also sent supplies down. Initially, I had sent them in hopes of someone being able to do some work with her at the house, and now that I have put some stuff in place, I'm able to do it myself through. Right now, we're still going through WhatsApp. I'm trying to get Teams sorted out. It was supposed to be a quick and easy thing to download it on her tablet that she had at the moment, but something was wrong with it. After factory resetting it, it seems to have that issue has been fixed, but now I had to re-download Google Play Store on there instead of Fire Tablet. So that will be fixed again tomorrow. But so right now we've just been going through WhatsApp to do all of this. So for videos, I have to be holding up my phone in front of the device, or put it behind that she can see videos that I'm trying to show her. We've used Miss Monica. I think that's what she's called, Miss Monica J something. If that's the name, that's off the tip of my tongue. If it's not it, when I'm uploading the video, I will correct it. We used her Wednesday circle time today, and technically when she was watching it, she's like, "Mommy, I don't know any of the words. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing it," which is true. And in the video, Miss Monica, if that's her name, I think that's her name. She's like, "We've been doing this for 3 days. The letter of the week is F, and the words that start with an F is fish, flower." And I'm like, "It's okay. It's fine. I know it hasn't been 3 days for you, but it is day 3. You were supposed to watch Monday and Tuesday, but Monday, I don't remember what happened. Tuesday, we did lessons, but we just didn't get to watch the videos. But we still got some lessons done, so it's whatever. So I'm going to hope to see if I can get her to watch Thursday's circle time. So the goal is we write her name every day, spell her name every day. She's been writing it by herself, because which day was it that I made a TikTok to say that before I called? I think it was yesterday. Before I called her for lessons, she picked up the phone all excited. "Mommy, I wrote my name," and she showed me that she wrote her name and she just made the one mistake and we had to fix that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Since she's doing so good with her first name, let's add her last name, because the last name is just 3 letters. It's 3 letters, and the 3 of the letters of her last name is already a part of her first name. So in actuality, she's only adding on one more letter. So it's not like it's a whole bunch of new letters to learn again. Majority of the letters that are in her last name is already in her first name. So she just needed to add on the one more. So she was doing very well. No, the initial hurry come up rewards chart that I made was this. I just bought this little thing from dollar store, and I decided I didn't know what to do initially, and I just kind of said, okay, let's just paste this down and do stickers, right? And then when I was more settled, my mind thought of doing this. I'm gonna cover the name to say do it like this, right? So it's the same paper, but now I'll put the notes part right here and the other half right here, and then it says star, and then the name is on the board, right? And then initially, before she had the book that we were using to write her name, I was writing it on this bigger whiteboard that I had. I had a small one already, but I didn't want one that was that small. I wanted a nice big one. And the fact that she's like, Mommy, can't you get a bigger board? I'm like, all right. So I got a bigger board because I was using a smaller one before. So now we can write her name on here. I also use this as a little mini table because have everything in my lap when we're doing stuff. So I'll put the cards on here and use this as my table because I'm not sitting by the table. I'm sitting in here on the bed, or I might be outside, right? And then I think it was the very first day that we were doing lessons, and I decided let's try to do some reading. I don't know if I brought it up or if she brought it up just to do some reading, and I was like, oh, what are those books? And she tried to do some reading for me, but she can't read, but she was looking at the pictures and telling me a story from the pictures. So because of that, I said, okay, show me the words so I can read it for you. So she turned on the back camera and she was showing me the words. And I was like, oh, okay, you kind of got the story right. Because she was just saying that, oh, there is, I think she said that the father is in the airplane and the balloon, and nobody know where the balloon is, and everybody's looking for it. I know everybody's looking, move Luca, and everybody's looking at the balloon and blah blah blah. And I read the words. That was kind of what was going on, but it was the granddad that was in the balloon. So now it has me wondering, like, oh, did somebody read this book to you before then, and that's why you remember the story in a way? So then I went to the dollar store and I bought a bunch of books, because at the time I only had 2 books here, because I packed a box that had a bunch of learning stuff and school stuff, and I had the books in there. And I was sending with the intention of someone being able to read it for her when they had extra time. So I took some of the stuff back out so that I could do lessons with her. So I went to the dollar store. I know I'm talking. I'm sorry, but I bought a bunch of books. We read this one, or I read this one to her today. So far, we've read this. We haven't read this one yet, but this is one of the books that I bought. I have all the stuff in front of me. I have a little packet of dry erase markers. We've read this. No, we didn't read this one. We haven't read this yet. All these books, dollar store. This, we haven't read this. We read this last night. We read at least 3 books before we go to bed, because normally I would do the lessons when I get off of work, which is bedtime for her. Like, they just eat dinner and it's before bed, and we'd read some stories. Tonight I didn't get to read the stories because we did the lesson earlier in the afternoon. So I read 1 story for her, and I said, when we come back tonight, I'll call you back tonight before you go to bed, after she eats dinner, because we were cooking dinner at the time. I said, I'll read you 2 more stories before we go to bed. But when I called, I guess I was calling too late, and they probably already finished dinner and gone to bed, because major time difference. So we read this already. Make Believe with Elmo. We read this. We read Big Bird's Day at the Park. We read Bert and Ernie's Day at the Beach. We read this. Sadly, some of these books I didn't go through them when I was in the store. I just kind of picked it up and put it in my cart. Like this, had I gone through it, I wouldn't have gotten it, because I'm like, this story is so freaking short, and I expected, like, Puppy finds his way home. I thought they would have actually showed us him getting all the way home. It's just saying, oh, this is the last part that says, ooh, I'm back in my neighborhood, Puppy says with relief. Then he looks both ways before he crosses the street. I can't wait to tell my family about my adventure. Unless this path right here is leading to his house door. I don't know. But I expected more context to this story, because all the other books kind of give you a full story, and this is just right? And then I bought these are little puzzles, literally little puzzles. These are numbers. This one's the alphabet. We use the these ones today. Let me show you the package for it. And once again, these are all $1. Hopefully the words aren't backwards, but these are rhyming words. So I showed her today. I'd put it on the board like flat and have to hold up the phone so that she could see. And I held it up and I'm like, okay, so this one is mouse and house, right? And I'd have another one like shell and bell. So then I'd pull them apart. We'd say the words a few times and then I'd pull them apart and mix them around. And I'm like, okay, do you remember what rhymes with bell? And there would be, let's say it's this, right? I would say what rhymes with shell, and above shell you would have house, mouse, and bell. And she gave me the right answers. Most of them she got them on the first try. So we had those, and then about this, which is a mini, practically. Hold on. My hair was in my mouth. Sorry. Which is a kind of a bit of a mini whiteboard. Again, don't really need it. You can use it as a dry erase board. This would have been handy if I sent this and a bunch of dry erase markers so that you could be writing on this all the time instead of trying to write in a book, but so that the lines are there so she can practice the different sizes of writing and all of that. But I wasn't thinking when I bought the stuff. And this, we haven't used this book yet. Same or different activity sticker or book. I haven't used this. I'm slowly but surely adding on more activities for us to do. It's just a matter of how long she may take to write her name, how long she takes to get through an activity, and she tends to get through them pretty quickly. Oh, and then I have all these are the first two books that I had initially before I went out and bought all of those. I just had these, and then the next day or my next day off, I went out and bought all of those, along with a bunch of stickers to say let's motivate her by making a little chart and putting a sticker on under her name for every time she gets something right. We didn't even use stickers today. Like, she was doing so good and I didn't even give her any stickers. We didn't even have stickers come up. I'm gonna need to remind her, hey, you've been doing so good, and tell her to pick a sticker so we can put it on the day that she was doing very, very good, right? And then I have a bunch of flashcards, and I tried to write how the day went in this book, date it, and say how the activities went, give a brief summary of what it is that we did. I should do that before I go to bed. Give a brief summary of what we did. I also bought these. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I bought them. I'm like, you'll figure it out. And then let's see, all these flashcards. There is this one, first words flashcards. We haven't used this. We've used this, colors and shapes. We've used this before. I don't think we haven't used the alphabet. We haven't used these. We probably used a few of these because this and this are very similar. They're very similar, and we have not done the math stuff yet. Like, she's not at this level yet to say 5 minus 6, 10. Like, she don't know how to do this yet. She ain't at this level yet. What age do they say this is for? 3 plus. Well, I guess she should be. Well, in time. I mean, she's still learning all her numbers. I don't even know if she knows how to readily identify numbers yet to say, oh, this is... Actually, no, she does. She knows most of the numbers from 1 through 10. She does make a few mistakes, but she still knows most of them. So baby steps. We'll get up to the math part. I suck at math anyway. I don't expect her to be a scholar, but if she becomes a scholar, woohoo! No. Things have been going pretty or okay with lessons so far, and she is grasping things okay. No, from my observation that I've seen from her, I see that, she'll eventually start to get a little bit restless and tired and start to lay down. I'm like, nope, time to sit up. Do you want a break? No. Are you sure? No. Let's take a break. I don't want a break. I want to go write my name. Okay, I'll have you write your name. Or just kind of play with the board and just kind of, when I try to give her, like, even if she doesn't want to take a break, she doesn't realize that me trying to me moving on to another topic or even moving on to something that needs her to do less is kind of a bit of a break, where you not have to be constantly like, oh, this is this, matching this. When you're watching videos, which are still kind of educational videos, like the videos is kind of giving the video is still teaching you stuff, like the sound of the letters and all of that, and kind of making sentences. But at the same time, they're dancing and doing stuff. So that is a bit of bit of learning and kind of a bit of giving you a bit of break from me giving you hands-on stuff that you really have to focus on. This is just kind of subconscious learning still. But I'm not seeing the super hyperactive ness that I've heard about in the past. Because at one time, I've only spoken to her teacher one time. Have I seen any works for her from her past school? Still, no, not really. Because this was just a simple phone call. I don't know how it came about for them to say that they needed to speak to me, and I gave them my number. Calling, cannot get them. So until finally I sent them a message and I'm like, hey, when you get the chance, just message me here, just give me a call. And then they finally call me and let me know that they think that she needs to be evaluated, because they think that she either had one not hyperactive, attention deficiency disorder, ADD, or probably had a little bit of autism or was probably autistic. She was very restless in class. She would not keep still. She was being quite problematic. No, I am not really having a lot of issues with her doing lessons. I'm assuming that is because, one, we just started, and the fact that she's still so excited to be seeing more of mommy now, because before she would see me but not as much, and we wouldn't really get to do much with each other, because half the time she'd either want to play or she just wants to watch her shows on her tablet, or the tablet is dead, or I'm at work, or something would always be going on. No, things are a little bit calmer, and it's just her now and just her toys. And even if she's playing with her toys, she's still fine with just propping up the phone and watching me, having me watch her cook food for her babies. The little food thing, the little thing that I bought. Remember when I showed, oh, the toys have been shipped? I don't remember if I had shown you this little tiny grill set that had, the little stove thing and the corn and pepper. She gives those children that food every day. That's all they can eat. They can't really eat it, but pretend. So I don't know if I'm going to see more issues arising as we try to do more and more lessons as the time goes by, and more increasing the intensity, would you say, of the lessons. Because right now it's just simple stuff. Right now you're just working on spelling your name and knowing your letters. Are you going to be more problematic when I'm starting to slowly introduce you to reading, because you don't even realize that you don't even realize that I'm slowly teaching you how to read. You're not at that level yet. But when we're doing our matching of the cards and stuff, we're doing a bit of spelling, because I'm like, oh, this is cat. You're still making the sounds. Like, what sound does the C make? What sound does the A make? Ah. What sound does the T make? T. So let's say cat. How do you spell hat? What is this letter? Remember this letter? What letter makes that sound? H, right? I'm slowly getting the word sounds, getting you to sound out things so that we can ease into getting you into reading. But it's slow and steady wins the race. Just step by step. That's all I can say we can do, step by step. I'm sorry I wasn't doing this sooner. I'm sorry I didn't think of this sooner. But I just thought about using Teams for our lessons because I'm like, oh, Teams can allow me to do screen share so that when I want to do the circle time videos and stuff, and even when I'm doing anything that she has to watch videos, I can share my screen. Right? Just thought of it. And before that, I was going to do screen sharing through FaceTime because one time I saw my sister do it and I didn't know that what iPhones could do that. I don't use my iPhone for that. I just take a picture here and there with the iPhone or answer a call on that iPhone or edit on the iPhone. I don't do much on it in terms of anything else. But when I try, I don't know why now when I try to do it, it is not working. It doesn't let me click on it. So I don't know if my grandma's phone needs to be updated again, and that's why the screen sharing isn't working. But I'm like, whatever. I'm working on getting Teams on there on her current tablet. It's on the tablet that I sent down, but that's not going to be there for another week. So in the meantime, I'd like to have something that makes my job a little easier and takes a little stress off of me and off of my hands, because your hand gets tired doing this for a while. Because let's pretend that this phone is down to say this is what the video is being shown on, of me trying to hold this up, making sure that it's in focus, boom, okay, and holding the phone, trying to show stuff. Like, I'm not going to keep buying books. It's nice to have printed stuff so I can show, like, hold it like this, show her we're reading, looking at the pages, kind of adding on to the story. Because let's say this page right here says the jungle. What kind of animals can you find in the jungle? Right? That's all it says. I add on extra words. She's gonna say, oh, there's a bird, there's a monkey, there's a tiger. All right, let's see how many animals are in the jungle. And then I don't even have to say the let's count them. She's like, oh, let's count them, mommy. And I point at them. She's counting 1, 2, 3. Okay, and what color are these animals? And then she's telling me the colors. So I add on to the story. I can go add on to say, there's a big tree in the jungle, or there's a lot of trees in the jungle, but which tree can we see? Right? 1, 2. Right? And we're counting. So I don't mind having some physical books with me, but once Teams is installed, I will be doing more of the digital books, because I have already started to download some on there on my devices. But hey, at least I have these to start to say we have something to do. So I'm gonna put these back into this little folder here. And I'm going to write down that today was a good day and that we did spell our name again, and we wrote the last name pretty well. We did some rhyming words and she got most of them. I don't know if it's by luck or she just has good memory, because I said, oh, we're going to play a memory game. Let's see how many of these you can match and fix. She did very good on that. So there are various ways to play with these basic little cards. To say it's a memory game, to say, oh, let's see how many words we can spell. Oh, let's see how many words has 2 L's. How many words have S? How many there are various things that you can do with it, and that's what I've been doing. And so far, we've done how many lessons? A total of, have we done at least 5? I think. And we doing all right. We're doing all right. Seen some improvements. She's coming along pretty well. So I don't know what the issue was before. Probably stress, probably frustration. Who knows? Outside of that, she got a little mouth. she got a little mouth on her. Yeah, she does. Everything. Yeah, but my mommy says it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Or I did this already. Like, stop trying to give these long explanations. Yeah, just and the question. So you're asked a question, you answer the question. Don't say but, if. Just be quiet, have some patience, wait. Don't try to cut people off and hide and do things. Because going to school, we might have some issues with her taking people's stuff. We might have issues with her doing a lot of back talking. But we gonna see. We gonna see. It's gonna be a whole different experience. It's gonna be a different environment. I'm going to be a little more active. I'm gonna be a little more active. So she'll be able to call me, show me her schoolwork every day herself now, because before I'd even asked to see stuff, like, there's nothing to show. There'd always be the issue of, oh, I'm tired, I'm busy, something. There was always something. Always something. But I'm not going to have that issue anymore, because no, she just picks up the phone and she takes it wherever. She picks up the tablet and she takes it wherever. I'm like, okay, where are the books? Where do you have this, that, and the third? I don't have to wait on somebody to say, oh, I'm going to go get it. I'll have to do this. She just picks up the phone and she brings it. She's like, oh, it's up here. It's over there. This is where it is. And I look to see. But sometimes she'll try to read something. I'm like, hold on. No. Wait. Let me see where it is. You cannot try and get that. Wait until someone can help you. But most of the things, especially the things that we use, it is kept within arm's reach and in a low place in a container that she can easily take them out. And that's kind of okay, because she's putting them back. So I just need to make sure that when we're finished, I tell her to put the stuff back, so she just doesn't have everything around the house, right? But yeah, that's what I really wanted to come talk to you guys about and let you know about, because I'm just up and my mind is churning, and I decided to film this. Yeah, and if you want to support my trip back to Jamaica to be with my kiddo for a couple of weeks, or a couple of days really, and if you want to support my trip back to Jamaica to spend some time with my kiddo, the link for the GoFundMe will be in the description. Thank you to anyone who can and who does donate. And if you can't, share it so someone who can help can help. I'm trying to save up to go back this year. But I got a bunch of stuff to clear up first, and some things, a bunch of other stuff that I need to do. So that's kind of slowing down the process, because life goes on. Not just because you have things to do. I mean, like, if worse comes to worse and I really have to jump on a plane to go down there, I'm going to have to see, those are the shady places where they're like, oh, don't go there for loans ever, even though they say like they'll give you the money, no questions asked, because the interest's gonna be through the roof. If things really get that bad where I definitely have to rush to go back, then I'll definitely be going to one of those places to go get a loan. To be like, here, hold on to my. What the hell do I even have to hold? Hold on to my dog. I don't know. Okay, maybe not my dog. I don't know what of value they'll ask for. I don't even know what the hell to say. Hey, I got this. You can hold on to this, or this is the security. Because you gotta give something as security. Or at least so I've heard. I don't know. But time will tell. And I'll see if I can get some overtime, or if I can go back to doing some Amazons, even though those are a little bit stressful sometimes, because Lord, driving on the road nowadays have been a little hard, because I have not been driving very much, and dodging these trucks be giving me anxiety. And some of these people, I'm like, oh my God, are you drunk next to me right now? Why are you so close to my car? Oh, I did a lot of dodging today. I had to do some driving today. I did a lot of dodging. I don't even know if I have a vehicle. We gonna see. But we gonna make that money. We gonna try to make that money. We gotta do some overtime, do some gig jobs. And I need to really get back into promoting my business and doing some nails, because as you know, I do my own nails. I finally did my nails. Finally. And this is even a suggested color. This isn't even the finished look. I just kind of got lazy and never put the gems on, because I'm like, I want to put the gems on, but at the same time, it's blue and it's cute, but Valentine's is coming. Blue isn't normally Valentine. Valentine's is usually red, pink, white, and I got blue on. So I didn't want to put the jewels on, so I just decided to do basic blue until later on I might change it. But I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Let's go. I'm gonna head out. This is Miss Taurean signing out. See you next time. Bye.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in